Hello, chat. I have just set it to go live.
Where's my YouTube?
Hold up, having a look now. Not Google account. I probably don't need to see that. I'm not alive apparently. Hello,
alive.
chat. I have
Hello.
just set it to go live.
Where's my YouTube?
Hold up, having a look now.
I've got no notification. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I can't hear check
Not
again.
Google
account.
Oh!
We don't need to see that. Thing can't hear Jack. Not alive apparently. Hello.
Woo.
I've got your volume up high, so I should be able to hear. Hang on, let me quickly.
Alive.
I have
Hello.
just check again. Google account.
Oh!
We don't need to see that.
Oh
can't
yeah,
hear Jack.
you can hear
Cannot-
me.
Can you? Yeah, not alive apparently.
Hello.
Woo. Yeah, you can hear
Got your
me.
volume up high. I should be able to hear.
Woo.
Hang on,
We are
let me
live.
quickly.
And you can hear
Alive.
me.
I have
Hello.
check again. Google account.
Oh!
We don't need to see that. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
It keeps.
You
Oh
can
no,
hear me.
we're stuck in a loop. You get close.
Oh no.
Okay, so we started. We're starting early today to try and accumulate some people watching. Yeah, I can definitely hear you. So for those of you that are watching, welcome in to the stream. Today is race day for Silverstone. Of course, Ryan Richer in the SLS AMG took pole position. Oh, sorry, just an AMG. The SLS was actually very slow yesterday, so go check out that stream. If you do want to go watch the full qualifying, tomorrow I might post a qualifying highlights. I'm not sure. So,
Ow.
it just depends on if I can be bothered or not. So, anyways, before we do get this stream started, really quickly, I want to thank our proud sponsors of the Project Cars series, which is Nick Endurance Motorsports.
Why am I bleeding?
Why are you bleeding? Anyway, yeah, once again, thank you. Again, sign up now, get 10% off your next order. Very, very cool stuff in here. So, yeah, go check that all out. I won't get too much into it today, as I feel like I do it all the time. So, anywho, how is everyone traveling today? Hopefully there is someone in the chat that...
It says 3 people.
Well, I'm not one of them.
I'm one of them.
Actually, no, I am one of them. So there is someone watching. Oh, hello, whoever you are, hello. Welcome. Actually, I can view chat, I think.
Yeah, no
Go
one's typing.
view chat. There we go. Yeah, welcome in. Whoever you are. Appreciate you being here. Making the effort to join. We appreciate it. So at the minute we're just currently waiting for 3 PM now. Unfortunately, Project Cars is a little bit dumb. So,
We are.
because for some reason you cannot opt to retire before the race starts, I will be retiring as soon as I can in the race. So that means we will miss lights out. However, for the next 2 hours, I will be able to sit back and watch. So hopefully everything goes accordingly to what we hope goes on. And I'll quickly put this in full screen mode. So I hope you all are doing well. It's kind of a bit of an awkward little section here, sort of towards the start of everything, where we're legally not allowed to start. I say legally, but We can start whenever we
No.
want, but
Roblox.
we would rather start when we are supposed to, at 3 p.m. Now, if you are asking, where the hell is Antoine?
He
We are
died.
currently unsure.
Yeah.
He's just off doing his own thing.
Oh.
He's probably practicing his
Illegally.
go-karting on
Alright.
ACC or something like that. Yeah, practicing. Actually, I can check what he's playing. Let's have a look. He is currently he's playing Rocket League. So
Oh.
with we already know who. Um
Yeah.
So we have 7 minutes till we have to start. We could just start now. I think we might just start now, to be honest. I can't be bothered sitting here for the next
Can't be asked.
7 minutes doing absolutely nothing. So let's go to the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. As we're about to go to the grid, Ryan Richer on pole position, followed by George Najox, Sean Fitzpatrick, Simon Bresch, Mark Carbonaro, Jesse Fahrenkrog, and Jock Broxop, and Robert Gardner. And then,
I've made my thumbnail.
so yeah, it was a very tough qualifying for Ferrari yesterday. Their one Ferrari car qualifying P28. So, see, all of the cars are on the grid as we go to the lights. Lights are out. We will retire to the pit box. Oh, no, don't want to do that. As here we go, it's lights out. It's a great start from the Mercedes into turn 1. Oh, it's another dive bomb by the other Mercedes, side by side at the start of sector 1. Would go for the
Very
lead,
close,
trying
yeah.
to send it up the inside, gets the move done. The number 16 AMG really just stuck on him.
Oh. Number 16 trying to pull away. Oh.
We are a bit surprised that the Ferrari has actually gone backwards in positions. The BMW has actually jumped 5 positions. Still leading is the number 16 car. And oh, the number 123 car has had a bit of a spin. He's lost his rear end, and he goes off into the gravel, or into the little trap bit there. Oh, there's a bit of a gap. Giannetta's really running wide. Oh, he's very slow. There must have been some more contact. Wow. So a bit of a messy first lap, you could almost say. Number 16 car still leads it after an impressive first lap and a really good overtake off the start. Big gap forming between P7 and P8 of the Renault to the Aston Martin. And then of course this car at the end, 20 seconds off the lead as we go into lap 2.
Janetta.
Yes, the Ginetta is currently in last.
Sad.
It's very close between the top 5 at the minute, even the top 6.
Mercedes 1-2, the BMW behind.
Yes.
It's going to be a Mercedes-dominated race.
Oh, well, it normally is, to be fair. This car's
Mercedes
very,
third,
very
fourth.
good. Actually, no, it's a BMW that's in 3rd.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 4th, 5th.
And then, of course, an Aston Martin, or an R8 and an Aston Martin. And all the way back there in the distance, you can see a Renault. So let's try and find the Mercedes. This is the Mercedes that spun in that corner. He was all the way up in 5th, I believe, and then he just lost the rear end, as they sort of have all weekend.
Luckily, he didn't have a full spin. Like half of it.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone
Oh,
again!
he's done it again!
Oh, that would have been very, very costly once more. As this Mercedes just cannot seem to shake it off early. Just cannot seem to shake off the cars behind early. The Aston Martin just starting to lose out a little bit more than what he would like. The Audi slowly pulling away here from him. As well as the rest of the pack. And it's still the Mercedes that have a 1-2 currently starting to pull away from the BMW, but not by much. It's only a second.
Top 7 have a gap of 3 seconds.
And then
Very
of course there is that big gap between the Renault, which I believe is just a very, very slow car in general. Just probably one of the slower GT cars, but whoever's driving it is doing an incredible job.
Yes.
And then of course, the lonely Ginetta in the background has overtaken, or is about to overtake another Ginetta. So, of course the Ginetta's being slow, but the number 29 car, he was 19 seconds down. Now he's 18, back up to 19. Side by side, this could end very badly. Side by side still, he's re-overtaken the lead.
16 loses his lead.
And that has re-invited the rest of the cars back into the action. Number 141 car. I believe it is maybe a Petronas team, but they are called Petroblast in this. I believe that is supposed to be Petronas. They've pretty much just done a full swap as a bit of a gap now for me between the Audi R8 and the Mercedes. Just lacking a little bit of pace maybe, or maybe there was a bit of an issue on his end. As I believe that was the number 141 Mercedes. No, it's another Mercedes that has started to get back ahead of all of them. It's the number 85 car. And this, of course, is the Mercedes still running relatively okay. I will get up a trap map so you can see the gaps between the
Who's in pit? Oh,
that's my car.
Yeah.
7/10 up on that lap he was then. So really pushing hard. Only car so far to be in the 203s, minus the Ginetta, all the way down in 30th. And
the Ginetta's not really falling behind, is he?
Not really, but they are kind of catching.
Yeah.
What the gap was. Oh, big hit! Oh, and a big crash! Big crash! The number 40 Mercedes, the same one that dominated in that first practice session, comes out with a big amount of damage, as well as the Ginetta, just as we were speaking of them. That is a big amount of damage, and that's probably going to have to be a pit stop for the both of them.
Very unfortunate.
Well, that's going to be
so the Mercedes has been off and it's just unsafely rejoined from the Ginetta.
Yes. You can tell that car, and unfortunately, that happened in Sector 1, at Turn 1. So they are going to have to run another lap, and that's pretty much just ended both of their races.
It's 2 hours, but
it's still a big especially for
the
two cars. So go back to the leaders. Still very close, top 4 now. Still pulling away from the Audi R8. Seeing the distance, the Mercedes is catching. Oh, very close there to the rear end of that Mercedes, the number 19 BMW. He's definitely flying high in comparison to the rest of his Z4 companions. As there's a Porsche into the pits. Maybe an issue with that Porsche, but there was no contact that we saw at least. Aston Martin coming in, so maybe just calling it in for some early pit stops. 123 car in. So maybe just some early pit stop calls. Of course, the Janetta's coming in, as well as the Mercedes. On lap 5, people already pitting. Could this be a mistake? Or is it something strategic? Maybe the tyres and the fuel is just dropping substantially. Let's ride on board with the number 19 car. In fact, he is the fastest non-Mercedes out there. Currently keeping up with them. Oh, we have 3 viewers.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, I feel like this is going to be a very close race all day.
Yeah.
Probably be.
I think that top pack is going to stay together most of the time.
The BMW is doing really well. Not even the quickest car out on track, and still able to keep up with the Mercedes, which look very dominant. A lot of back markers now, as I don't know why they would pit this early. Seems like a bit of a mistake, because there was no contact between the cars. But the cars in last, the number 123 car, and that is very strange. The number 123 car must have had a lot of damage from his spin, even though he did not crash. He must have had damage to fix because, well, he's come out last 12 seconds behind these 2 cars, which also had a lot of damage. So all of the cars that boxed must have had some sort of damage on their car that we could not see.
What are those warning signs for?
Those are for invalidated laps.
Oh.
So a lot of people are going to be invalidating laps in this race because the AI have got a tendency to either run off track or just rear end the cars ahead for no reason whatsoever. So the gap's sort of sticking around that 1.5 second mark between the top 4, so it is very close. Of course, there's that Mercedes behind the likes of the R8 and the Aston Martin that you can see in the background there that is slowly catching up to the leaders after having started all the way down in P13. In fact, we can't check where they started on the grid, but it was a P13, I believe. Oh, coming slow through that corner. And then on the exit was very, very quick. So going to lap 7 now. Still holding P1 at the minute. 68 litres of fuel left in the tank. So he underfueled his car compared to his other AMG, who has 101 litres of fuel. Both running on the hard slicks. But all the top 4 cars, except for P1, are running a very similar amount of fuel. So 67 litres for the leader, but then 100 litres for both P2 and P4, and then 87. Well, it was 87 at the start of that lap. Gone down to 84 now for the BMW. Big gap between P12 and P13, which is a Renault to an Aston Martin. The Aston Martins did look fairly quick in that practice session, but of course, I'm very surprised by the Acura starting P28 on the grid has really pushed himself up to a P17. So maybe the race pace of these cars just a little bit better to their qualifying positions or qualifying pace. Oh, bit of contact between the Mercedes and the BMW, sorry. Just a little bit too eager on the brakes, maybe. The number 190 car. So
15 minutes in.
yeah, as we go 15 minutes into this racing session, it's been an eventful one at that. A lot of contact, a lot of crashes, but also some fairly good racing from the leaders.
I'm guessing everyone's just settling into the race, saving their tyres and fuel, try to get as long as a stint as possible.
Especially on the start, you want to be lasting as long as you can.
Yeah. Or having looked down the inside.
Was looking at going
Second
for
place.
it. It's just the speed of these Mercedes is rapid. He was down to second. He's back within a 6/10 gap. So it's come through Maggots and Beckett's now. The R8 was catching in the background, but then as soon as we got through Sector 2, lost it all. So we can definitely tell where a lot of the cars are sort of lacking. As we will ride on board with another 4 car. Let's see if he gets it crossed up again. Getting very close to the BMW in braking. Let's go check our Ferrari. Oh, the Ginetta is slowly catching the the Porsche. There's the Ferrari all the way down in P24. So, bit of an anticlimactic race for the FF Corsa. So we go back to the top. Nine tenths separating the podium positions, slowly starting to drop the car behind. 7/10 now, the gap. He is closing very, very quickly. His tyres, we haven't heard anything about them being off. It might just be a fact that he stopped pushing. Even the Audi now being invited back into the fight.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the Aston Martin with that gigantic mirror in the middle of the car. So,
Yeah.
no other car has that except for that, and I believe this is maybe the Renault, which has a very nice looking
Renault doesn't
inside.
have any rear view mirrors.
But, well, it's because it's French, and but it does have a very nice interior design, so
Yeah.
that's probably what it wins with. Oh, looks like there was a bit of a rear end
Snap
movement there from the number 1 there. Or the number 79 car, sorry. The worst part is if you make a mistake, well, there's going to be plenty of cars to come pick up the pieces.
Yeah, the pack's starting to build up now.
Well,
in the
there is
background.
multiple different packs of cars. So
Mm.
really there's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different packs of cars. So if you make one
All starting
mistake,
to build up.
you're going to really lose
Yeah.
big on positions depending on where you are. It's been a fairly decent race so far. Obviously that could change very, very easily just with no overtakes or anything like that. Would obviously be very unfortunate. I doubt that's going to happen though, so... it's just, well, it is still the lead for the number 141 car. Has definitely been saving his fuel this lap. As you can see on the top left, or the top right of the screen, he has only lost 2 litres, I believe, this lap. Very soon, if you look at sort of the top left of the screen, you can see that, well, coming up to some back markers pretty soon, potentially. It looks like. So that could be interesting when we get to the back markers to see how that plays out. Definitely would not have thought this early there would have been any back markers,
Yeah.
but there is. So we can't
Pretty sure those are
do
the
much.
people who decide to box on whatever lap it was.
Yeah. Sort of just the cars that had a bit of damage. Which I believe that could be the Mercedes. The 120, or the
The mistake, yeah.
123 Go Mercedes, or whatever the name is, the number 123 cash show car.
Yeah.
Very slow at the minute. I feel like if you get lapped in one of these races, it's very close to being over. Especially with the level of these drivers are now.
I'm back. Mercedes 123. What is that? 10 seconds, 11 seconds behind. You dead on. Oh, maybe not. Half an hour in, almost, in 1 minute. The 141 in the lead. Mercedes 1-2. Looks like they're probably gonna do the best in this race. Got BMW in third. Oh, very close there to the second place car. Hitting the 141. Yeah, not much is happening right now. Let's see. The top 11 are separated by 5 seconds, so this is getting well, it's turning into a very, very close race for everyone. So looks like most people will have a chance of winning or being on the podium. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I need to go do something with mother.
Okay, I have returned, chat. I hope I have not missed anything. I guess Jack has left. So, still, the same gap as what it was. Still P30. Unfortunately, still P30 for this guy. But it is still P1 happy days for the number 141 car. So, it is 4 tenths, 5 tenths now. Continuing to go up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned, and wow, this gap, or this pack, starting to really size up again. Top 8 separated by just 8, or the top 13, sorry, separated by just 8 seconds. Oh, big send from the Aston Martin up the inside, elbows out from the McLaren, and is just able to keep position. Very good from the Just Cuts car, I believe that is. I believe it's Just Cuts. Check. Yes, it is the Just Cuts McLaren. Very good stuff by the number 59 card there. And this is a different Renault, P11. It is very close at the top though. Maybe the Mercedes needing to box fairly soon. Fair bit of dirt on that McLaren, that BMW, sorry. So maybe he's been off a couple of times while I've been away, and all of the cars are catching up to the leaders. A minute 14, it was a minute 27, but now a minute 14. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back.
I'm back. Hello? It's like the order's still the same.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
It's getting closer though. Oh, this guy is only a minute 12 down now. He was a minute 27. The Janetta's not really catching at all.
No.
And these guys are just all stuck behind the BMW. Who's gone from P30 to P21?
My mum was on the phone with someone. I was waiting to do something with her, but then she left and went inside on her phone. Someone, and I couldn't do it, so I came back. One hour and 3 minutes to go. Ugh. The leader coming out of the pit lane. We now have in 8 seconds. 1 hour left of this race. Doesn't feel like it's been an hour already, but it has apparently.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologise
Oh, he's
for
back.
being late. Oh, was there an overtake? That I have
No.
missed? Oh, was that a pit?
P1
Right.
pit. Or the 141.
Okay, could be a huge undercut here. Coming his way. Where is he now? He's actually in last. So that's how... No, he's not. But he has come out behind the car that was catching. It's very interesting, this race. Because now I believe, yeah, the 16 car followed by the number 19.
Oh, next coming back to Melbourne.
Yes, which is very good. At least he'll be back for tomorrow if he wants to join the live stream on. Of course, if you do want to go check out the live tomorrow, head to the YouTube account, Jack Bowers. And it's the one with the Red Bull thing, because there is another Jack Bowers that is a professional soccer player. And I'm a bit surprised, because Bowers is not a very common last name.
No, it's not.
So, especially someone having Jack, his first name, and Bowers as well. It's a crazy coincidence.
Yes. I feel like I've made the Down Under Racing livery 10 times better.
Nice. Currently in P1, it's not a net P1.
Oh, there's women sending me videos again.
If you guys did not know, Jack is very good with the ladies.
No.
Currently still P1, however, the P1 that did box has already caught up a second. So, this could be an incredible undercut. It is going to hurt though, being stuck behind this Mercedes here, which, well, he's got a box pretty soon, I believe. He's got 43 litres of fuel, so yeah, he will have to box pretty soon. And of course, it does seem in the top right that the tyres are not depleting, but they are, trust me. It's just a visual glitch in this game. I believe someone has been lapped, yes. The one car that has been lapped is this BMW Z4, which I believe he's only lapped because of the pit stops. However, he is the BMW that is in last. He's the car that's in last. Where if you look at this BMW up here, flying high in P2, he's fighting for the lead of the race. And he looks about ready to take it and then run away for the next couple of laps before his pit stop. It's probably what he wants to do. He's just not being aggressive, probably as much as he needs to be.
Brown.
But currently my favourite is the number 141 car.
Oh my
He is gaining. He's gaining very quick on the lead cars. So it doesn't seem like the 123 car is holding him up very much. If anything, he's helping him get back into this contest. Now 1 minute and 3 seconds behind. And doesn't help, but there's a fight going on for the lead of the race. It won't be the full lead of the race, as of course this is not their real position. However, it is an exciting fight right now for the lead, and we are enjoying every bit of it. There was a bit of a stint where it was boring for half an hour. You know, no one was willing to make an overtake, as he still goes for it. Maybe just getting a little bit more aggressive before his pit stop comes. I believe a lot of these cars are going to get undercut by the number 141. So, it's probably not the best thing for these lot. However, I feel like boxing now is probably the way to go. It's looking very overcast. Could there be potential for a bit of rain in this race? Maybe a bit of a twist. Of course, Silverstone is famous for always being rainy. Pretty much every time someone races there. Of course, being in the UK, that is just the average UK experience.
British weather.
Oh, look, Descender sort of gave up on the overtake halfway through. Don't really think he wants to do what the 123 car in the Janetta, which I don't know where the Janetta is now. Here he is, up in P21. But he will have to box very soon. He's only got 19 litres of fuel left in the tank.
Oh, no way. Oh, Anton sent me a chat. What? Enjoy.
Oh, hello, Ant.
Oh,
Welcome in.
Speak of the devil.
Welcome in to the stream. Commentator, Anton.
What do I put in? Do I put in the hashtag?
Yes.
Let's try this.
Okay. Yes, welcome, Anton. We welcome you for
6-0.
being here. It's an entertaining race at the minute with 52 minutes remaining in the session.
2, 8. Oh, that's 10.
So,
So you have to go to promotion / gift card field found or whatever.
Just give me a second.
my bloody water's dripping everywhere.
Then you just use that card number to check your balance.
Redeem. Ah,
There you go.
complete transaction. Yes.
Enjoy. I will be expecting my
Gracias.
livery by next week, Monday.
Next week, Monday, dude. You know how much research
That's
goes into this shit?
tomorrow. That's
No,
tomorrow
I'm
as well.
joking. I'm
Next
joking.
week,
I'm
Monday
joking.
is tomorrow.
Dude, oh my god.
Just
Oh.
stop answering them. Jack is
What do you
being slapped by
mean?
a ginger woman again.
Stop!
By a what?
The woman.
A ginger woman, to be precise.
Oh no.
Can I buy Daytona?
Anyways,
Probably
lads, we have 6 tenths
Do I want to?
left. We have 6 tenths, 4 tenths now to the lead.
Did you know with $15 you can host a 24-hour session?
Yeah, but I cannot be asked because I'm never gonna do that.
So, 59 seconds
Wait.
is the gap. An average pit stop is just over a minute. So the number 141 car will regain the lead of this race.
When's Le Mans again?
June.
June.
Okay.
The iRacing or the real life?
Esports.
Oh,
Down under racing.
we don't know. Oh, down under racing or iRacing?
Down under.
Oh yeah, June.
59 seconds now to the lead. Coming around to the final couple corners now, the final chicane. It's probably about time that the lead is boxed because they are giving this lead up lap after lap. It will have to be a pit stop this lap for the BMW. Running on 5 litres of fuel, probably getting one more lap, but just to be safe, you'd rather take the pit stop now, get the undercut on the number 18 car? I believe that is, or the number... Yes, the number 18 car.
But there's 3 Nürburgrings. Which one do I get?
Northlife.
Don't get the Nordschleife, get the GP, get the GT. I feel like a lot more people would race on
Northlife
the
is the
GT.
biggest one.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't feel like a lot of people would race on the Nordschleife.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Why what?
Does the BMW box this lap? Yes, he does. So he will be getting the undercut on the 2 cars ahead, but he will lose out onto net position for the number 141 car. So we will watch on board here. It's a long pit stop. As you can see.
Yeah, I
on the
think I
map
have to go to
there, that-
Northlife.
Look,
Let me
look
check.
on the map.
Okay, you're welcome.
At the very top of the map. He's currently doing his pit stop now. Can he come out ahead of those cars as they're just coming through Maggots and Beckett's now? Is he able to try and get out before he gets overtaken? Coming onto the hangar straight. I think he's about to get undercut here. I definitely think he's about to get undercut. He's currently sitting P11.
How much is this? Add to my cart.
They are still fueling the car up. As they come around into the final chicane now, it is being lifted up, putting the new tyres on the car. Some new hard slick tyres. Can they drop the car in time? Here's the car here. Coming around the main straight, he will get the overtake. And then some. Coming out now, the BMW. And he has lost the position. So that is very unfortunate. He will come out a fair way behind.
Should I get Daytona or should I get the Nürburgring, but I have to pay $27 for Nürburgring?
Well, there's the position for the BMW. He comes out in what was that? He comes out.
Let's get another one.
Porsche. There's our BMW. He comes out in P25. So, this is the car that has the lead. It's a 14-second gap. That's how powerful the undercut was. It gave him an extra 14 seconds. And they've opted to go around another lap. The Mercedes. So, the Mercedes will lose 2 positions more. Unfortunately for them. And with 46 minutes remaining, a 15-second gap could be costly, especially with the pace of those cars. Go back to the BMW. This is the second placed car at the minute. P20. Where is he? There he is. This is the P2 car at the minute, 1 minute and 2 seconds to gain. So he's only 9 seconds off of the net lead position. That was a very long pit stop, but he did fuel his car up to the absolute maximum to last the final 46 minutes. So you only need to really do one pit stop if you can make that one stint last, which he's done very well, managing those tyres, especially when the BMW is very poor on its tyres. So, it's 1 minute and 2 seconds to the lead. 1 minute and 1 seconds now for him. The number 141 car maybe just now getting held up by this number 123 car, who was looking potentially to make up some positions after a really poor qualifying. This has not done that. You can see the BMW in the background at the start of the straight now. Yes, 54 seconds still for the Mercedes here. He's not able to catch, where it's 1 minute and 1 minute and 1 seconds now. So he is catching up to the lead of the race, who is opting to stay out another lap again. This is a very dangerous strategy from the leaders. They're going to lose a lot of positions when they come in for their one and only stop. There's no way he's going to be able to make this 11 litres last for the last 44 minutes. It's simply impossible. So all of these cars in the top 5 are going to lose out 2 positions as they would have anyway. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm under 1 minute, I believe, if we wait till the end of this straight. He is currently a 10th up on his best lap. So this is looking really good for the BMW. He's about to put on potential fastest lap. He goes 59 seconds now. Could be 58 by the end of this lap. And even the Mercedes is not gaining that much. It's the leaders probably need to come in this lap. Otherwise, it's going to put a lot of pressure on them. 59 seconds as he crosses the line. It's a 2/10 quicker. It's a 2:02. What a lap. If we have a look at the timing sheets, no car has done a 2:02 except for him and the Mercedes up in first. Or that's down in first, I guess you could say, because he still does have to pit, of course. It's very close. 59 seconds to the lead. Will he box this lap? Oh, they're staying out again. So they're really trying to play the long game. A couple cars back into the background, into the pits. We'll definitely get the undercut on these cars. It won't be as powerful as what the BMW and the Mercedes are about to get. The Mercedes is currently 52 seconds now. That's easily P1. But, to be fair, it's only 6 seconds separating the two of those cars, which, with the pace of this BMW, could be caught up very, very quickly. He is stuck behind a Porsche right now that he will not have to box again. So this Porsche could genuinely now be in the running for the lead of this race, which is very interesting. It's just a matter of, is the BMW willing to try get the overtake and then carry them both to the lead, or will he stick behind him and just try and, be safe about it? Because right now they seem to be working pretty well together. Oh, it'll probably have to be a pit stop this lap for these guys up the top. Otherwise they are going to lose out quite massively here. 56 seconds now the gap between P21 and P1. But, of course, P21 has boxed, as well as P20, who he was nowhere near the running for P1, but because he got such an early undercut, he's put himself right in the proceedings to potentially go on and win this race. 51 seconds, so it's now only 5 seconds the gap between the net leader of this race. Will we see teams box? Yes! Everyone except for this Aston Martin and this Aston Martin. And a couple of cars. The Ferrari. Oh, there's a braking board flying off in the distance. I believe that was the Just Cuts McLaren, the number 59 car. And it's very slow for the Ginetta. The Aston Martin gets around him. But the lead goes to this Aston Martin here. We will ride on board with this Mercedes, who should take the net lead of this race, because the number 18 car will have to box, or sorry, the P18. The 123 car will have to box.
I have a feeling that the 141 is going to have the box, like, just before, because he boxed with, like...
He did box very early.
A couple of minutes before the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, but it's because he did start with a lot less fuel than the other cars.
Yeah, probably.
He did start with 97 litres compared to the other cars with 110.
Yes.
So, I did get quite the undercut on them. So here he is now. Cars are coming out of the pits. And the undercut, I don't think it's been successful. The undercut is not a success. It doesn't work out in the end.
No.
I don't believe it has. I'm not sure. Well, let's have a look. Do we recognize any of these cars? No, the undercut has worked. I thought for a minute. I had a look at the minimap. Cars were not out of the pits. The undercut has worked successfully. But unfortunately for the Aston Martins, they will have to give up their leaders. It will probably be this lap that they box. The Renault running on 3 litres of fuel. He's cut it very, very close. So here's the BMW and this Porsche. Really impressive stuff by him. Still got a lot of fuel left. He's got more fuel than the BMW, so he will definitely be good to the end of the race. It's been a surprise that he's got himself back into this one. And yes, the leaders box now. A lot of the leaders, the McLaren staying out again. The Acura, Ferrari. Look, that's a Mercedes in the background. No, it's a Ginetta. Opting to have stayed out. They are all lapped cars, so the current positioning is P1 for the 59 McLaren, P2 for the 151 Acura, and the rest of the cars are in the pits, but they will get overtaken here by the Porsche here. But this will probably be our leader of the race, our official leader of the race. 3 seconds the gap between technical P1 and P2. They will come out of the pits ahead of the rest of the grid. Yes, there he is. He's come out P7. Of course, the rest of the cars ahead of him all must box again. So the long undercut has really helped, but his tyres will be absolutely screaming out to him at the end.
Ah! I'm gonna buy the Porsche GT4 that we're using for Nürburgring.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, he's closer. He's very close this lap. 2 tenths separating P9 and P8. Will he go for it? He looked up the inside. He's going to try and make it stick, and the door just shut for him before he could try and make a move. That could have been a very good move from the BMW, but he is showing a lot of promise with the aggressiveness of his potential overtaking. However, it is losing a lot of time to this car here. the net leader of the race. He will have to, of course, hold on for that lead just a little bit, or he will have to hold off for the lead, sorry, for just that little bit longer while these cars do not box. But as it stands, he has got the lead, it just doesn't say it. So 2 seconds now. 2 seconds, back to 3 between net 1 and 2. This is the undercut. It did work initially, but they are working their way back into this one with 36 minutes on the clock. And all the cars still opting to stay out. This could be really costly for them. You've got to guess that this would be the final lap for the McLaren. Look how low on fuel he is running.
What?
He's got 6 litres. He's the only car now in the single digits for fuel literage. So he will come in this lap. And that's 29 seconds to the next car in P3. 30 seconds now. Very slow, this Porsche. It's a different story to the rest of the Porsches. The other Porsche. We will ride on board with the number 17 Porsche. We will get rid of the interface for a little bit. Just to experience his pace. This definitely will come down to the final laps, this one. You would definitely have to think that it would, at least. Especially with the cars getting this close at the end. Maybe the undercut working just for a little bit, not as long as he would have hoped for. Come through Maggots and Beckett's. The gap, you can just see ahead. There is the leader. Gaining so much through Maggots and Beckett's. The gap is now a second. The gap is a second. That is absolutely insane. From how close these two cars were, it was under a second at one point. Just gaining so much, and even the BMW getting itself right into this contest. See how close this is. The 3 leaders. I guess you could say not currently leaders. We will give that to the, I believe that is the Acura right now. So we will not call them leaders just yet. But on a technical note, they are the leaders, but we will not use that any longer until they actually gain the lead of the race. See the Porsche and the BMW just behind him. This is going to come down to the wire, folks. Just see here, a 2:05 last lap. That is a very, very slow lap time around here. This is not looking good for him. So, currently, it's very close for the lead of the race on a technical note. Who do you think comes out with this one, Jack? Yeah, currently having some technical difficulties. Jack is fortunately not here anymore. So, oh, I've just received a message. very close. I personally have. I don't think the number 141 car will be able to hold out any longer. I think my money's on the number 17 car over anything because I think he's just that little bit quicker than what the Mercedes is right now. So, as it stands, again, the top 3 in that picture right there, that's how close it is. This has been a very, very entertaining one laid on in this race with 30 minutes remaining. We've officially gone 3/4 of the way through this race. These guys at the front will be enjoying the lead now, but it will be a pit stop for the Porsche. That will be another position gained for these other cars. And for the rest, Acura opted it to stay another lap. Mercedes in. Another Mercedes in. So that is P2, 3, and 4 for these 3 cars. This is going to be an incredible finish. Go and have a look at pit exit. That is the car that was there, but the lead continues with the Acura. But he will most likely box this lap. He is in. So there you go. The net lead of the race handed over to the number 141 car. It is given to him, but how long is he able to hold off that absolutely rampant Mercedes, Porsche, and BMW? The BMW has been up there all day. You know who hasn't though? The number 17 Porsche. He has come from absolutely nowhere today. I believe it was P19 start. Of course, he had that giant. Oh, it was a P9 start. That was the other Porsche. He went down to sort of a. I think he went to P19 after his pit stop. It could have been even further. But now he's fighting for the lead. This is absolutely incredible stuff. Oh. So, there we go. He's dropping a lot of positions now, the Acura, as he comes out. He could have just maybe got a huge overcut here, I believe. Is he in? No. Oh, he's coming out now. So he's actually lost a fair few positions as the Acura. Wowee. That was definitely not the way to go. Okay, we will ride on board with the BMWs. I feel like, well, we will just follow the BMW because I feel like that's the only way I'm going to see all 3 cars in action. Who will take this one out? Could there be also a surprise win for one of the cars behind? They're sort of sticking behind. This Janetta's sort of come from absolutely nowhere. So there should be no more stops in this race. Oh, is that a car in the barrier back there? I thought it was. It wasn't. So yes, it's back to a second between the leaders. It's been very entertaining the last little bit. And I mean, yeah. I feel like we're in for a historical finish for the start of the season.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We are in for a spectacular finish. Top three, all given the lead now because of the pit stops. 1.1 seconds separate the top three. The Porsche that started all the way down in P9, he went down to P29 at one stage. I had a look. I replayed the footage. He was down in P29 at one stage. And now he's up to P2. He's come from absolutely nowhere to be in the fight for this one. But you can't even count out these cars behind. The Renault and the Audi sort of come from nowhere as well. So with 24 left on the clock, I personally think the Porsche will get it done. I think he's just way too quick for the Mercedes. Mercedes will lose his tyres at the end. So I think the Porsche is in for a very good chance. Even the BMW, if he's able to keep up this pace, which he slowly looks like he's starting to drop off. But, so yeah, it's very equal. And it's now 2.8 for the Renault. It was 3.8, I believe, at the start of that lap. They're gaining hugely at the end. I think it could be a 5-way battle for the win.
Gonna get tight.
Three tenths. It's one big lunge away from the lead. Oh, he looked to the inside. He decided against it. Probably the smart option there. Wouldn't have liked to take himself out as well as the leader. So he's just being smart. He's taking his time. And eventually they will come with the overtake.
Okay, I'm gonna get a bowl for this because this is gonna get messy if I don't use a bowl. I'll be back.
Here we go. They're all in the fight now. 2.1 seconds separate the top five. It started. The first stint was close like this. Now we're going to have an entertaining finish to the end of the race. It's the top five that are all fighting for it. Every single car except for the Renault is the Renault is really the odd one out. It's the only non-German car here. 5 different manufacturers, 5 different teams, all in it for the one big prize. It would be amazing if you were any of these cars, any of these drivers, any of these teams to take an early lead into this season, especially with the shortened season. You really want to be taking advantage of it as soon as you can. 1.8. Everyone had their money on this guy. We have to go back. We have to look for the car that was in second. It wasn't this guy. It was a Mercedes. He was in second. Here he is. He was in third. Sorry, this guy. Where was the second place car? This guy wasn't. Is he this far down? No. Whoever was in second, it was a Mercedes at one stage. I will go back and reveal he has dropped a lot of positions after the pit stops. 1.6. See the cars in the background. The BMW look for the lunge. As the Porsche did get overtaken, we missed that. Maybe the BMW just starting to get its feeling right. Maybe just starting to want to get the lead and then run away with it. 20 minutes remaining in the session. It's 2.3, 2.2 now, 2.1, 2 seconds separating the top 5. With 19 minutes 40 left, this is anyone's race. With any luck, the Nissan. It is the Ginetta that could be back in the fight. He started very low, and he sort of just put him into a position where it is 9 seconds, but with the amount that the lead cars are fighting, he has put himself in a position to potentially win this race as well. So realistically, going to the end of the race, it could be a long stretch here, but it could be very, very close between, the top couple, because you can see how big that group is from P6 all the way down to P20. It is 7 seconds separating those lot. So realistically, if the lead cars start fighting, that invites that entire group to join the party and start fighting for lead. So potentially it could be a 20-way go for the lead. Realistically, that could be what it is if it is, that close towards the end. But the BMW,
very close championship.
The BMW got very close on the last lap to the Porsche and did overtake him into this braking zone. Can he do it back to him? I don't think the Porsche is close enough to do it. The BMW looked up the inside for the same spot he made the overtake last lap. It is very close. 8 seconds now. It was 9 seconds on that last lap. It's now down to 8. It is getting very interesting. The Ginetta sort of come from absolutely nowhere. This Mercedes here, he was in the lead of the race at one point. A late pit stop by the number 27th place car. It is. Oh, he's lost his rear wing. Is that the guy? I believe that could be the guy that was fighting all the way up here. It is not. It was his teammate. It must have been. He's lost his rear wing, so that must have meant there was contact between two cars. Doesn't look like it was any of these 5 cars. You can see in the background that big group. You can see the Ginetta in the background there. You can see just a lot of cars swarming past through Maggots and Beckett's. And here they come. 3/10. Can he look to send it? He looked up the inside for a minute. Opted not to go for it. Again, playing the smart, safe game. Probably all about you can do here.
Oh no.
So, does the BMW have the pace to go on and potentially win this race, which would put BMW off to an astounding start against the dominant Mercedes? Of course, they haven't really been dominating in this sport for, some time. We haven't seen a lot of BMW in the headlines, BMW win for the 5th time in a row. It's been a lot Mercedes as of late, Porsche, Ferrari, all of those big name cars, you know, that have been winning. Except for BMW. Renault is sort of a one that has been improved this year, and they look very quick. He has got himself into the fight, so I mean, it's gonna get very tight towards the end. 15 minutes remaining in the session. If you're the BMW, Jack, do you just stick behind in this pack and then go for it on the final lap, or do you just try and go for it now and then attempt to push away as much as you can? So, I believe Jack has gone again.
Huh? No, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I've just asked him a question. He's completely ignored me to the oblivion.
What was the question?
If you are the BMW here, do you look to just stick behind the Mercedes for a few more laps, just try and save a bit more fuel, even though you have 60 litres, which realistically lasts you the rest of the race easily? Or do you just try and get past and go for the win? Try and build a huge lead?
Yeah, I'd try get him, build a huge lead, and then do like a lot of fuel saving.
Well,
or attempt to do fuel saving while overtaking.
The thing is,
which is hard.
Of course it is. With 14 and a half left, if he wants to get the race win, he's definitely got the pace. He looked to go up the inside there, just did not have the balls to do it. And maybe just continuing to play the smart game. Maybe not the right thing to do here. Obviously, you want to get the overtake done and fairly quick. Five tenths it was. It's now 4 tenths. If he can get the gap underneath 2 tenths going into a corner, I reckon he will go for it. I reckon he could take the lead. My money's still on the Porsche here. I think the Porsche is really going to come alive in the last couple of laps and take home a couple of overtakes to win. But you can't count out any of the cars behind him. I don't believe the Ginetta and the rest of the grid will be able to win this. I think it's just at the minute top 5, although it is 7 seconds now. So they are gaining very quickly. It's 2 tenths now. So if he's able to stick this now, if he's able to keep it around this 3 tenth, 4 tenth gap, and then really go late on the brakes, he could genuinely go for the lead here. It's just very slow out of the corners. There's the Ginetta in the background, a lot closer this lap round. We built right on board with the BMW, because I feel like we just can't really miss out this. He goes for it again. He's done that a couple times. He's just sort of faked it out. He might just need to stick behind the car to try and... Unless he's trying to make it so he's trying to force the Mercedes to make a mistake, but he seems pretty confident out there at the minute with a 5/10 gap. You can't get too confident, however. 3 tenths. It's not a lot! Can he send it? Not quite. He's tried to do it again. Just needs to keep it on the road. And eventually the mistake will happen. I feel like it's only a matter of time before he does make the mistake. And does eventually, you know, get the overtake done. He's just a little bit too far back for the minute. Gap is now under 7 seconds for the Ginetta. He's sort of come from nowhere, this bloke. The BMW still not counting out. Even the Porsche. All of these cars not giving up on that chance. 10 minutes remaining. Could he get him here? It was under 2 tenths. It is under 2 tenths. It's getting very risky here for the Mercedes. Oh, he looks for it! Oh, there's a big contact made! There is a bit of contact between the Mercedes and the BMW. I don't think it's enough. There was a slight bump. However, maybe just a bit of a love tap to try and send that message to the Mercedes like, hey, if you want to keep this lead, you better get a move on, because I'm not waiting for you.
Oh,
He really wants this, the BMW. 2/10s. 3/10s now. Will he go for it under brake? He'd probably go for it. He won't get it. He did go for it. It wasn't as predominant that time. I think he knew that he wasn't going to be able to get it done.
one thing the BMW has to remember is that if he does get the overtake,
He still has to push away.
yeah, because you've got a really big pack behind you as well who could be faster. Because the Porsche, with this fight, the Porsche is really gaining on the
Especially as well as the Renault. The Audi just starting to drop back, but the Renault is right on the tail of that Porsche, ready to pick up any pieces if there are any more collisions between the top two. It's reminding me a little bit of Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, Austria 2024. Sort of that George Russell and Oscar Piastri in the background waiting to collect the pieces. Oh, that was very, very early under braking. Maybe the tyres of that Mercedes just starting to fade a bit more than he would like. Needs to try and hold on. Definitely needs to try and hold on. For the last little bit. 3/10s. Could go for it here. It's a dangerous spot to make an overtake through Maggots and Beckett's. But if he does sense that the opportunity is there, he will most likely go for it. It's now or never. With 9 minutes remaining in the session. It's a 5-second gap now. It's probably just too far out of his reach. However, who knows if there is fighting between the top two that could invite them back into this race. Very early on the brakes again. He won't be able to go for it again this lap. But again, the Mercedes maybe just trying his luck a little bit too much. Well, it's 8 minutes. The gap seems to be shortening as there's a bit of sun now out on the ground, or out on the track. Five tenths. Is it time? Maybe the Mercedes has been saving his tyres. That's why he's been so slow. But he got very close that time. That is the closest he's been around that corner. 3/10. Here we go. 4/10 now. Will it go down again? It is down to 3/10. Just gaining in the straight with that extra toe. Look to go for it in a dangerous spot. 2/10 now. Back up to 3. Could he look to go for it in the next corner? He's gone back to 3/10. It's dropping. 4/10 now. This is getting very close. 5/10. So maybe is the Mercedes just gonna hold off for an impressive victory? .4. Will he go for it now? He looked to send it up the inside and just gave up again. He's really trying. You can just tell that he's really trying to get this done with 6 minutes.
Mm.
Six minutes now. It is very, very close. You'd be rooting for any of these cars. He looked up the inside again. He's really got us on the edge of the seats. Try to make that overtake stick. It is now 4 seconds. Under 4 seconds now between P1 and P6. He's just trying to claw him way back. He won't get any overtakes. But if he can get himself into the fight, at least it would be a remarkable race. So we could say that there is more cars added on to the fight at the end. It's very close. 3/10. It's the closest it's been through Maggots and Beckett's. 3/10 now. Coming around that turn. He does gain a little bit through the corner, but then on exit, the BMW with the quicker acceleration is just able to sort of pull away. Especially it does help having that extra slipstream. Can he go for it now? He looked for it. Not quite able to. With 4.5 minutes remaining, you've really only got 3 more laps to try and get this overtake done. So, if you're the Mercedes driver here, if you are the number 141 car, you've just got to push with all of your might now and just try to wrestle the car to the end, even though your tyres are going to be absolutely shot. At the end of this one, you're just going to have to try and hold off the cars behind, because it's the only way you're going to win this race, is just by pushing the car beyond what it can be pushed. So it'll definitely be getting nervous times for this Mercedes car. 5 cars in it for the win. He's in a bit of a fake there. He's lost a 10th on the last lap. But that could just be a strategical thing, not to try and wear his tyres out any more than he needs to. He has not got as much fuel, so that means that the Mercedes will be lighter, so it will be nicer on the tyres coming through this final lap. So that could just be the advantage that he needs to try and hold off the BMW and the Porsche. Like, the Porsche is probably just officially out of this one, but you just cannot know until the final checkered flag waves. We will ride on board once again. It's down to 5/10, maybe slowly starting to lose out here. Be 2 laps remaining after this one. 2 laps to go. Needs to do it now. He may have the distance to send it. He went late on the brakes. He's going to try it. Got very, very close as we go to the final 2 laps of this race, most likely.
Look at the mini-map, there's so many more cars joining in.
That might be the final lap. This will be the final lap, we believe. There was a maximum of 2 left. This will be the final lap. Lap times 2:06. Session remaining when they came across the line was a 2:04. So this will be the final lap, unless there is a twist set by the FIA. Race control. It's been an incredible race. If he can finally somehow find a way this lap to try and get the overtake done, this would make it just the perfect cherry on the top. Oh, he's run wide a little bit. Very, very close to almost getting overtaken. And He's really testing his luck here. The tyres just seem to be absolutely gone on that car. A lot of cars back, 3.5, so yeah, he was just about out of reach from the pack. He's done well though to recover, has the Janetta. So, as we come around the final couple of bends, unless there is another lap, it is going to be the number 141. Unless there is a twist, he did look to go for it, but this will be it. As we come to the line, I believe this will be the last lap. Checkered flag is waved, and that is going to be the win, I believe. No, it's not over. That is a very big twist. This is the final lap of the race. I thought that was done. The time had run out before they crossed the line. So, maybe a bit of late controversy. Tried to go up the inside. Here we go. This could be the end. This will most likely be the final positioning of this race. There we go. You can see the Janetta just getting in on the action towards the end. He was just maybe a couple laps too late. Here we go. Gaining. 4 tenths. Will he lock up? He's pretty happy around that corner. That's really well done by the Mercedes. This will probably be it. Tenths. It's going to be close. Will he look to go for it? He's playing it smart. He might just be waiting for an opportunity at the end.
Like those, what is it? This third last corners.
Yeah, those are his 7 tenths.
Rank points.
The car's behind, just starting to drop back. Maybe the tyres becoming a huge problem here. 3 tenths. The closest they've been. He is gaining. He is gaining. Will he be able to make the overtake? 2 tenths. 2 tenths. Will he send it? Can he look up the inside? Oh. No way! Up the inside! He takes the lead!
Oh
my final lap! He will take the lead of the race! And if he can hold
Mercedes is slow.
The Mercedes is very slow. Might lose out another position. He won't. But it's going to be an incredible victory for the number 19 BMW. You cannot believe what you have seen. The checkered flag is waved. And it's BMW who win in Silverstone. What a race.
Is it?
Yes, that will be it. What a race. Checkered flag waved. I believe it is the checkered flag. Oh! Hang on, what's happened here? It says lap 58. That was lap 58. He is behind. What is going on here? Is it a glitch? It does say it is the end. Yes, he has won. Right. Ryan Richer? Huh? Finished? It says the BMW didn't win. 3. Okay, there is a bit of controversy in this one.
What the heck?
So, the standings say that at the end of the race, it was a win for Richer. However, the win will be awarded to the BMW, as he, of course, did finish across the line. Look at the gap at the end. Look at the gap at the look at all of this traffic at the end. None of this will count. We will have a look at the final finishing positions at the end. But that will be the end of the race. So Simon Bresch takes the win around Silverstone. We don't care what that says, because he did get the win. We witnessed it live. He got it in the final 2 corners, and
Yes.
it was an incredible race, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very, very much for tuning in with us. It's probably about time that we head out now. It's been a long,
Yes.
long race, 2 hours, and it was definitely one that entertained us. So, thank you all for joining, and that has been a very good race. The next race weekend, or the next race, before we do go, I will remind you when the next race is, for those of you that do want to tune in. So the next race is Monza on April 12th at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, but of course we will remind you guys of that when we get towards the race weekend. So we thank you all very, very much sincerely from me and Jack for joining us today, and we thank you. Hope you have a great day. See you later.